What is up, everybody? My name is Darren, and you are tuned in to the third episode of my podcast, DJ Sports Play. And in this segment, we're going to be talking about the recap of the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Baltimore Ravens game that just happened this past Sunday. And man, that game was a classic, honestly. It literally came down to one final kick that, unfortunately, my favorite team's kicker, Tyler Loop, did not make. He missed really bad. Like, that was a horrible miss. Like, 40 yards for most kickers is a layup, but man, it went wide right. Like, as soon as I saw it miss, I was like, oh my God, there's no way our season's over off of this one kick. Like, I was broken, I'm going to be honest. But hey, man, at least the upside is we'll have a chance to rebuild the team, and we got to make some tough decisions, like who's going to stay, who's going to walk, who are we going to re-sign a franchise tag. And the Steelers are going to move on to play Houston first round. So it is what it is. But yeah, we're going to talk about what I thought of the game and things the team needs to improve on during the off season. So let's get into it. First, I feel like the game at first in the first half, I feel like the offense came out a little slow. I mean, we were running with Derrick Henry early. He was getting first downs early on. We were controlling the clock for a little bit. We were controlling it. And then I feel like the O-line, honestly, I feel like the O-line didn't block that well this game. Like, there were so many times that Lamar was under pressure or the offensive linemen were whiffing blocks, not taking care of their assignments. It wasn't that good of a performance by our offensive line. I'm going to be real. And the Steelers D-line, they knew what our plan was instantly going into this game. Feed Derrick Henry, try to get him over 20, 30 carries. Make sure he's hitting the hole and getting to where he needs to be to put us in great position to score. I feel like penalties this game killed us. I think the penalties in this game killed us. Bad. We would get in great position to score, and then a play would be wiped away by a penalty or somebody's not lined up right. This is an illegal formation. I feel like those penalties also decided the game because on that Derrick Henry run, even though I feel like that Zay Flowers block was clean, that was not a penalty at all. The refs got that call all the way wrong. That was a clean block. Now, y'all can say Zay Flowers didn't have to block him. He could have just let him rock, but Zay was doing his job. He was blocking the corner to make sure that Derrick Henry didn't get hit, which is the right thing to do. But I feel like in the second half, that's where the passing game started turning up. Because in the first half, the passing game, in my opinion, was pretty stale. Nobody was getting open. They were just running man coverage the whole time in the first half, making sure that Zay Flowers doesn't get an easy release or that Mark and Likely don't get an easy release. Now, Tez Walker scored in the first quarter, which is great. That was a great pass by Lamar on a key fourth down. We needed that TD. That was a great pass. He was wide open. Tez Walker did exactly what he had to do to get open, and we scored early. But then in the second half, our defense played well in the first half. I'll give them that. They played well in the first half. But as soon as the second half came, that's when the defense fell apart. It was bad. Corners weren't covering their guy. Corners were playing 15 yards back. That's another thing. Why are our corners playing 15 yards back off the ball? You saw what Cleveland did to them. They had their corners manned up, man coverage all night, so they can't get no room to breathe. Their wide receivers were blanketed by Cleveland. Why wasn't that the same game plan for us? That is what I don't understand. Why are we playing 15 yards off of the receiver? If you're going to play coverage, at least make sure the corner is close to the receiver to where he can't get off a quick release. Aaron Rodgers was just sitting back there. He was just sitting back there basically waiting for a tight end to run a 5-yard flat and throwing it off, dinking and dunking. 5 yards every time it was a first down. You know why? Because our cornerbacks and our safeties were playing 15 yards, 10 yards off of the receiver. That hasn't worked the whole season. And you know we don't got no pass rush. You know we don't. We have no pass rush. It's non-existent. I don't know why our pass rushers are, one, getting locked up, because our pass rushers got locked up all game. Why are we playing 10 yards off of the ball? It's easy for a quarterback to look at that and say, oh, they're playing zone coverage. All I got to do is hit my guy. I got to look at him, make sure I hit him in stride, and make sure that he catches the ball. That's all he has to do. You know why? Because our defense is terrible. It's terrible. It did good in the first half, but as soon as the second half came around, my fault, not second round. The second half came around, it was lackluster. Like, the effort was terrible. The tackling was terrible. I feel like Kyle Hamilton going out of the game was key. As soon as Kyle Hamilton got injured and left with a concussion, that's when I knew our defense was going to fall apart. Kyle Hamilton is the most important player on the defense. He can play D tackle. He can play middle linebacker. He can play safety. He can play any position on the field. That's how good Kyle Hamilton is. As soon as he went down, that's when I knew our defense was falling apart. But yeah, as soon as that happened, I was like, yo, we have to change the scheme up. Because Pittsburgh is going to take advantage of that. They're going to see what's coming and they're going to adjust. They knew that was coming, but yeah, enough of that. We're gonna move on to the pick we have in the draft. So the Ravens are currently picking 14th. They're picking 14th in the draft, and these are three needs that we need to address. Three positional needs. One, we need to get a D tackle. As soon as Matabike went down, that's when the D line just started crumbling. Now, I know our defense is great at stopping the run. We can stuff the running back in the backfield to make sure he doesn't get any additional yards. But from a pass rushing standpoint, we need a D tackle. We need someone in the trenches that's gonna block, shed, get in the backfield, and make sure the running back can't go anywhere. We also need that D line that's gonna set the tone early. That's gonna get pressure on the quarterback with his pass rushing moves. Make sure that he's gonna be dominant. We need that presence because John Jenkins, he's a good run stopper, but he has no pass rush. We have Travis Jones. We signed him to an extension. He's more of a run stopper, too. I don't think he's there yet as a pass rusher. We need someone that's going to set the tone in pass rush. My second need, we need someone on the edge. We need an edge rusher. We got Jeremiah Jones from a trade from the Titans, but he dropped off bad. You can tell. His drop-off was bad. He was doing well at first when he got him, and then he just started getting locked up. So we need an edge rusher. KVN, he's getting up there in age. He did not have a great season at all. He had that one pick in the Bengals game, but he has not had a great season at all besides from that. And Mike Green, he's only a rookie. It's going to take him years to develop into that one pass rusher that hopefully we know he has the potential to be. I just feel like Mike Green needs to get stronger and refine his skills. If he can do that, I feel like he's going to be a successful pass rusher in the league. And for the third and final need, we need to get a wide receiver because Bateman is horrible. I'm sorry. I got to be real. Bateman is not it. He's either injured all the time or he's soft. I can't, we don't need that in the building. He's soft. You see players out here playing with broken bones and other injuries that are worse. And you're telling me the final game of the season, you want to sit out because you're ill. No, that's not going to fly. I'm sorry. Bateman has to go. We better not bring him back. I would trade Bateman to see if we can get some picks in return. As for Zay, I feel like we need to keep Zay. He proved himself in that Steelers game. He was literally cooking for us. Zay actually had a good game. He wasn't running backwards and doing all the extra moves he usually does that don't result in nothing. He was running upfield and scoring. We need to keep Zay Flowers. Now, as for Linderbaum, I don't know how his situation is going to be, but we have to keep Linderbaum. Linderbaum has literally been blocking well all season. It's just the two guards beside him made him look terrible. They made him look even worse because people were going right through the A and the B gap every single time. So, yeah, I feel like those are the three positions in need. Now, as for the three players I want to see us draft, one, I want to see us hopefully get Mansour Delane from LSU. He's been the best lockdown corner in the country for LSU. He's good in man coverage. He's great in zone. He has great instincts. He's a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. He gets after it. He tackles well. I feel like that's what the Ravens need because I don't know if we're going to – I think we should let Marlon Humphrey walk. He's been burnt toast all year. I'm going to be honest. Marlon Humphrey, needs to go. I think Marlon goes to another team. I hope we honestly trade him. I don't just want to let him go and we get nothing back. We need to trade him for picks. He's not it. I'm sorry. He's focused on podcasting, just like I am. He's too focused on podcasting instead of doing his job right. He has to go. And as for another position player that I feel like we need, and he's from Penn State. His name is, I don't want to butcher his name, but his name is Vegalone from Penn State. I feel like he would be great for us. Our guard play this year has been horrible. It's been terrible. Voorhees can't block. Falele, we call him 77. He is the worst offensive guard in the league. I'm not even exaggerating. He may be the worst. He can't block to save his life. He's either whiffing, he's too slow, or he doesn't do his job right all the time. Like, I can't with him. He has to go. And for the final player I want us to draft, honestly, I hope we get, what's that one player's name? TJ Parker. I hope we get him. TJ Parker is a dog he's been a dog for Clemson. I hope we get him. Peter Woods is another name. He will be a great pickup too, but I feel like TJ Parker would solidify the D-line. I feel like he would bring that dominant presence that we need in the trenches, and he would get after it. But yeah, the Ravens season is over. We're going to be on the next season, and honestly, this is another thing we need to do. I feel like John Harbaugh has to get fired. He has to get fired. There's no way you keep John Harbaugh after the season he's had. We came into the season as Super Bowl contenders, and we finished 8-9. Harbaugh should not have a job. He has to go. He needs to go to another team, whether it's a college team or another team that is in need of a coach. He needs to go. Now, I understand some things you can't pin on Harbaugh, but what about the other times where it's been coaching malpractice or he's lied to me and said, yeah, that's the best five out there? Are you serious? Best five of where? It has not been the best five out there because our guards are getting beat every single week. Zach Orr needs to go too. He's a terrible defensive coordinator. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, I love Zach Orr as a player. He was dominant as a player. He was a great linebacker as a player. He had heart. But as a defensive coordinator, he's just not ready. He doesn't have that much experience. Like, he's not ready. He's having guys play 15 yards back on third down. We were playing prevent defense in 4 quarters on third down, and it wasn't working. I don't know why you keep trying to do it. It doesn't work out. Zach Orr has to go. Now, Monken, honestly, Monken was taking a lot of heat, but Tom Monken, we need to find a way to keep him. Like, Monken, he honestly dials up some great plays. Now, there's other times it's iffy, but for the most part, Monken couldn't call the great plays he wanted to because the O-line was getting beat in 5 seconds. Probably not even 5 seconds, 3 seconds. There was defenders in the backfield breathing down Lamar's neck every single time. Lamar had to run for his life because the guards were not blocking. Even at times the tackles were not blocking. They weren't being aggressive enough. We need to get someone. We need to keep Monken. My bad. We need to keep Monken and make sure that he stays. And as for the O-line coach, he has to go. George Warhop has to be fired too. I don't know why we hired him. George Warhop is not a great O-line coach. Even when George Warhop was with Houston, he wasn't a great O-line coach. Our O-linemen were getting blown up all year. And the techniques he were teaching them were clearly not working at all. So George Warhop, he needs to be fired. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically the recap and what I got from that game. Hopefully my team comes back healthier next year. And yeah, the Steelers are going to advance and they're going to play Houston on January 12th at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to see who wins. I hope Houston wins, but in the playoffs, it could really be anyone's game. I feel like Houston's defense is just going to be too much for the Steelers. So I hope Houston pulls it out. But if the Steelers pull it out, congrats to them. But yeah, this has been another segment of DJ Sports Play. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at DJ Sports Play. Also, like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube videos. I'm posting on there too, trying to be more consistent. Make sure to go follow that. And yeah, this has been another episode with me. My name is Darren with DJ Sports Play, and I'm signing off.